And up next here, we got a heavyweight fight here with two guys that I really don't think too much of in terms of being high-level fighters, but Josh Parisian taking on Martin Buday. And I do have to say, Josh Parisian has kind of surprised me with his ability to stick around the UFC this long. And people could say, oh, he's been losing more than he's winning and he's not looking good. But I do think that, the guy has really maximized what he has, and I do think that he's improved since joining the UFC. And Martin Buday is kind of a guy on the other end of the spectrum where I feel like he doesn't really maximize his skill set. He's just a big body, and that gets him a lot of wins. So I think Buday, if he could become a little bit more skilled, a little bit better fight IQ, just a little bit of that Josh Parisian heart in him, then he could potentially be a better fighter. But it's just his size and his natural attributes do give him some advantages over Parisian. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this fight. I'm actually going to go with the underdog and give the slight lean to Parisian as the pick. I feel like on the feet, if Parisian can kind of use his style, move, throw a lot of volume, he's going to out-volume Buday by a pretty significant margin. I think he's going to be able to be the faster guy by quite a bit as well, and I think he can kind of use a similar game plan that we saw Bresky use on the outside with the striking. And Buday, he likes to try to mix in the wrestling, and that's the kryptonite for Parisian. His wrestling is really bad. But Parisian has gotten better at getting back up to his feet. He has improved his cardio, and he's never stagnant. He's always working. He's a guy that tries super hard in the cage. If you take him down, he's trying to get right back up immediately. He's never given up any positions. And Buday is a guy that I don't necessarily think he's like a high-level wrestler. He's going to try to push Parisian against the fence and hold him there, use his size, and I feel like he's not going to get a lot of offense going. I don't know if he's going to get takedowns and things like that. If he does get takedowns, then maybe it could sway the fight towards him in kind of a close contest, but I'm going to say Parisian wins a decision just by doing more on the feet at range, and I think Buday will have periods of control against the fence, but he will be ineffective with the wrestling and really won't be able to get much damage off there. And I do think Buday probably, conditioning-wise, maybe holds up better, but I feel like Parisian is just going to be able to maybe build up a big enough a lead where he could lose the third round and still get the win. So I'm going to go with Parisian in this one. We saw other guys that have similar styles give Buday issues, and I just don't think Buday is the most skilled guy. So in a fight that I think is like kind of 50-50, I'll pick the underdog and go with Parisian.